I'm Katherine Tyrrell and I'm here with Ian Dejardin, who's the director of the Dulwich Picture Gallery, and today is the preview of the new Emily Carr exhibition. And I'd like to ask Ian, how did the exhibition come about?
It came about quite naturally. Incidentally, as well as being director of the gallery, I'm the co-curator of this show, so I have a lot of interest in it. It came about really as a follow-up. In many ways, this is Painting Canada 2. Painting Canada 1 was Tom Thompson and the Group of Seven back in 2011.
Which was a brilliant exhibition.
Which was a lovely exhibition. I co-curated that one as well. And that was something that I'd always wanted to do. I discovered the Group of Seven years ago and just wanted to do a show, and I gratified that long-felt desire in 2011. But one of the things that came out of that, particularly from Canadians visiting the show, was you must do Emily Carr. I'm very obedient by nature. When I'm told I must do something, I look about me. But I'd already discovered Emily Carr in Canada during my research periods, and she is clearly remarkable. And so I started looking in greater detail. And actually, even before Tom Thompson had closed, the Art Gallery of Ontario came to speak to me in the person of Matthew Teitelbaum, the director, and said, why don't we collaborate on an Emily Carr show? So we did. He then went ahead and suggested the one person that I definitely wanted to work with, quite coincidentally, which was Sarah Milroy, really Canada's leading art critic. And from then on, we were on our way. So it's a logical step. But the reason why people should come, I think, it's partly, I feel like over the last 3 years, I've kind of fallen in love with Emily Carr's work. And I've discovered more and more about it. And one of the reasons they should come, if they're Canadian, it's because you know too much. You think you know Emily Carr because you've been brought up with her. But actually, I hope this show will show you a different side of her work. I think Canadians will be surprised. So we have this twin aim. One, surprise Canadians, and two, reveal a great artist to a British public that don't know her at all. Now, why is she a great artist? She's a perfect example. She's one of the strongest personalities you're ever likely to encounter in the art world. A great woman, an extraordinary woman, determined, rigorous. She set out to record First Nations material, and then later in her life, she focused on the landscape intensely, not just landscape, la-di-da, but trees, the essence of British Columbia, the rainforest, the enormous skies, the great seas that surround her in Victoria. And she becomes, as it were, the poet of British Columbia, the great poet of British Columbia. In doing so, she paints eventually like no one else. She invented a new technique for herself. She's the perfect example for an aspiring artist.
Oh, that's a wonderful thought.
I think Dulwich Picture Gallery is famous for its education program,
yes,
and it's skills-based. We teach art. And I was thinking considerably of the young people and indeed elderly people who come here to learn how to paint. Emily Carr, the perfect model for them. Someone who is so determined, really rises above incredible difficulty in her life. She didn't have it easy, but is determined, finds her own language, sticks to it, and ends up within hailing distance of Van Gogh. It's an astonishing story. You can learn such a lot from her.
Thank you very much, Ian. That's a wonderful explanation. Thank you.